Joined now by our draft expert, Ryan Wilson. Ryan, no doubt plenty of time to play for these chips to fall where they will. But let's take a look at that draft order on the tail end of Sunday's action. Top 5 specifically here. With the win by the Cardinals, they not only drop from 1 to 2, they drop all the way to 3 as they are sitting at 2 and 8 alongside the Giants and the Patriots. It's the Panthers who possess the first overall pick, and that possession belongs to the Bears because of that Bryce Young selection a season ago. You look at this, coming off of Sunday's action, how solid does that feel to you? How much change do you foresee in the weeks to come?
Well, the Patriots sitting there at 4 might have some conversations about how high up this draft board they're going to go. The Giants at 2 also. But what I see when I see these picks, Joe, 5 spots that we're talking about here, 2 quarterbacks, a wide receiver named Marvin Harrison Jr., and probably the 2 top offensive linemen, Ola Fashanu out of Penn State and Joe Alt out of Notre Dame. And then the question becomes, what order? I think we see 2 quarterbacks go first. And if we're just assuming the draft into the day, like we'd like to talk about, the Cardinals probably feel pretty good about week 1 with Kyler coming back from the ACL. And if that's the case and this continues to play out in the way it does, you take Marvin Harrison 3rd, and you don't think about it. Now, the Giants are probably going to need a quarterback. We saw Danny Dimes tear his ACL. He has 1 more year on his deal that they have to pay him. You take Drake May if he's there. You take Caleb Williams there. Same, I think, with the Bears. We need to get Justin Fields back on the field to get a sense of who he is. And then finally, both the Patriots and the Bears, your Bears could probably use some offensive line help. Maybe the Bears trade down if they're happy with Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright, the first-round pick. But I think those 5 players are probably going to be among the first picks. Then the question becomes, what's the race for the quarterback look like if there's a little movement in terms of what we have here now with the Bears and the Giants at 1 and 2?
Lest we not forget how fates were sealed a season ago with Lovie Smith's last stand as Houston's head coach. It turned out to be, at this point, the best thing that could have happened, getting that second quarterback desired in the draft. If you're asking me, Bears need edge at 5, but you're not asking me. I'm asking you. As we bring this into focus here in the next couple of months, the Bears are a team that sort of hold all of the chips right now. They determine what happens next. Is there anything Justin Fields can do? And I know we've had similar conversations to this, but is it playoffs or moving on in Chicago? What is that barrier to make that decision?
I think there are things Justin Fields can do. Number 1, he has to get healthy, right? So we need to see what it's going to look like. Tyson Bagent has actually thrown the ball on time more frequently, it feels like, than what we saw with Justin Fields, in part because Justin Fields is the athlete that he is. So it needs to be a situation where Luke Getsy put Justin Fields in position to succeed in terms of getting the ball out quickly and scheming people open if that's what it takes. And if you feel comfortable with Justin Fields, and like you said, we talked about this last week, you can again trade down, like you did last year from 1 to 9, stockpile 1 million picks, but you have to be a playoff team next year. Like, there's no 2 ways about it. The other issue, of course, and you know this, it'll be year 4 for Justin, and you have to decide, are you going to do the 5th-year option? And that gets a little, there's some concerns because maybe it's a Daniel Jones situation. You pay him 2 more years, and then it doesn't work out. So there's a lot of things to sort through, and you and I have talked about the Drake May situation in terms of the ghost of Mitch Trubisky past coming out of UNC, not living up to the hype, passing on Patrick Mahomes. Caleb Williams is going to be this year's version of that type of player. So there are a lot of questions to answer as we sit here on November 12th, but I guarantee you these are conversations that are being had in the Bears building as we sit here. Yeah,
that Trubisky selection, a different GM, a different head coach, a different team president. The only thing that remains the same, ownership and fandom. And I don't know if these fans can sit through passing out another guy that might end up in Canton. It is high praise to offer a man who has not yet taken a snap at the NFL level in Caleb Williams, but here's to hoping. Bears sitting at 1 with the Panthers pick as they continue to root for all the remaining in the Giants, Cardinals, and Patriots.